News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Going to the candidates debate. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Tuesday, September 30th, 2014. It looks like September's going out with a puddle. We've got light rain falling in Missoula right now. It's 50 degrees. And our newscast this morning is sponsored by Kootenai Creek Village, the maintenance-free active adult community located in Stevensville. Give them a call, 546-6930. At last night's U.S. House debate in Billings between Democrat John Lewis and Republican Ryan Zinke, both candidates sounded familiar themes over the Second Amendment. Lewis pushing the issue of mental health.
And I'm a strong supporter of the Second Amendment. We have a long history in Montana of law-abiding gun ownership. Over 60% of households in Montana responsibly own guns. But we've got these tragedies, and the first question I would ask is what would make somebody turn a gun on innocent children, innocent people? And so I think we should put our focus on what we're doing about mental health care.
While Republican Zinke said Montana has enough gun laws already.
The Second Amendment is strong for a reason, because Montana is independent. We have a legacy of firearms past generation to generation. I strongly support the existing laws in Montana because I think they're right for us.
The two candidates will square off in Bozeman again next month. State health officials say 5 cases of a virus that causes severe respiratory illness in children have been confirmed in Montana. The State Department of Public Health and Human Services said last night that 2 cases of enterovirus D68 were confirmed in Yellowstone County, with 1 each in Jefferson, Cascade, and Muscle Shell counties. All the children were hospitalized at some point. The state tells the Billings Gazette that more tests are pending at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta. The CDC says at least 277 people in 40 states and the District of Columbia have been diagnosed since mid-August. Enterovirus D68 is a more virulent strain of the virus that causes the common cold. Missoula College got an $8 million grant from the U.S. Department of Labor yesterday to help train adult learners and prepare them for careers in the healthcare industry. Project Director for Montana Healthcare, which is an acronym which means Creating Access to Rural Education, Kay Norris, said the grant will help make adult learners who are unemployed transition into higher-paying healthcare jobs.
Many adult learners have families and have prior obligations that make it difficult for them to go to regular classrooms. So one component of this project is to really try to make as many of these healthcare career courses, particularly we're focusing on nursing courses, available in a distance fashion.
Norris says adult learners will have access to resources to help them be successful in the program.
We will be setting up for the first time healthcare apprenticeships and on-the-job training opportunities, and so this is really a project that's focused on adult learners and trying to help them get into some really exciting career paths in healthcare.
Norris says the program can be accessed through the Missoula Job Service or through any community college in the state. A Montana man has died in an all-terrain vehicle crash in northern Idaho. The Idaho State Police say 63-year-old Max Johnson of Hamilton died in a crash on Forest Service Road 500 near Powell, south of Lolo Pass. The ISP says Johnson failed to negotiate a left-hand curve Friday afternoon. The ATV went off the right side of the road. He was thrown, and the ATV landed on him. A recent decision by the federal court has put Wyoming wolves back under the federal protection of the endangered species list. According to Mark Holyoke with the Missoula-based Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Wyoming's legal wolf issues are the result of a technicality.
In Montana and Wyoming, the same rule was in place with 10 breeding pair and 100 wolf minimum. But both those states said, you know what, we're going to have a 50% buffer, 15 breeding pairs and 150 wolves, just to make sure that there's not an issue. Wyoming, the court rule did not have that language in place to make sure that that buffer existed.
Wyoming's currently attempting to bring wolves back under state management, and a new court ruling could happen sometime this week.
Wyoming's wolf hunt is expected to begin on Wednesday the 1st. And so this ruling has put everything on hold, which has put everything in a bind from, people have bought tags, people have planned trips, they've already, put money out of their pocket and all this kind of thing. So it looks like the court is going to address this in kind of a timely manner.
Holyoke says that Montana will not face the same issues as Wyoming because Our state has the proper language in the management plan because the wolf population in Montana is at least 300% above what it's federally mandated to be. A Bonner County Sheriff's officer in Idaho says the discovery of a suspected explosive device led to a precautionary 5-hour closure of a stretch of State Route 200 in northern Idaho. The Bonner County Daily Bee reports that authorities found the device while investigating a smoldering grass fire along the highway on Monday. The Spokane Regional Bomb Squad responded. Sheriff's Lieutenant Roar Lakewald said the device was made from common PVC plumbing tubing and measured about 3 inches long and 1 inch in diameter. It was found within the highway right-of-way and had a partially burned fuse. And initial investigation indicated the lit fuse may have started the grass fire, which burned a small area. Idaho State Police were investigating. The Montana Commissioner of Political Practices has dismissed a citizen's complaint that Attorney General Tim Fox improperly accepted $47,000 in excess campaign contributions during his 2012 campaign. Commissioner Jonathan Motel said in a decision Friday that Fox accepted the money after a federal judge struck down the state's campaign contribution limits on October 3rd of 2012. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals reinstated the limits 6 days later, but Fox did not return the money until October 25th. Motel ruled that Fox did nothing wrong in waiting to return the money until then, as other court proceedings connected to the case were still underway. The Ninth U.S. Circuit has not yet made a final determination on whether the state's limits are indeed constitutional. Well, over 600 school kids will be walking to school in Frenchtown this morning. Could be dodging raindrops at about 8 o'clock this morning on a brand new walking trail built just for them. Missoula Parks and Trails Program Assistant Christine DeCenzo has these details.
So 600 students are going to be walking the length of the trail from the golf course to the school with teachers, firefighters, and school staff. It should be a really fun event. It's the first school year with the trail completed, so that's what we're celebrating, and it's happening during Bike Walk Bus Week, so it's all coming together.
DeCenzo says building the trail was in response to residents who were concerned that the children were walking in the road on their way to school, creating a hazard.
They wrote a Safe Routes to School grant that was funded, and then they also got some funding through CTEP, which is Community Transportation Enhancement Program, and got some funding that way.
The cost for the asphalt walkway that's about 1.25 miles long was $300,000. Bike Walk Bus Week continues through Friday, sponsored by Missoula in Motion. News Talk Time 610.
News Talk KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly cloudy to cloudy skies with scattered showers. Temperatures will be below normal with their highs in the mid to upper 50s. Winds will be breezy with wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13, your first alert station.